Greetings, friends, and welcome to Enigma Night Gaming. My name is Liara, and I will be your guide in today's adventure. Today, we're playing Disco Elysium, and in today's episode, well, we made an agreement with Morrell, and now we need to keep our end of the bargain. He was going to return to his wife, and we have to check his traps. So, without further ado, let's hop into the game.
Oh, hello, dear. There you are again.
Okay, so you've never told me you've seen the Phasmid?
Oh, you don't want to hear about some old woman's ramblings.
Sure I do. I really want to know.
Reflexively, the lieutenant read his familiar notebook.
Okay.
Well, it was summer. I was building a racing track out of sand on the beach near a tall stand of reeds. Quite a tall one. Many times my height, I remember. When, all of a sudden...
Wait, where was this and how old were you?
I'm getting ahead of myself. I was 5.5 in Betancourt in the suburbs. My grandmother had a summer home there.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Betoncourt got bombed in the war. It used to be quite near, circa 20 kilometers from here.
Uh-huh. Okay. What happened?
The strangest moment of my life. I looked up and one of the reeds moved. Not like a plant, but like a living thing. It stood up and looked at me. Its body unfolded like some antique toy. I've never seen anything like it.
Huh. Okay.
I didn't know this can happen, so I reached my arm and touched the thing. It felt just like a stalk of reed, but it moved, swaying, towering above me. After a while, 20 seconds, a minute maybe, it left, went into the reeds.
Did you follow it?
I tried, but I was only a child. There was mud and high water. I couldn't see it anymore. I was just standing there knee-deep in mud, looking around me.
Well, then what?
I ran back home to my grandmother and asked her if reeds could walk, and told her they were looking at me. Of course, she just laughed at me, but I knew what I'd seen.
Mm-hmm.
For years, it was a story I told at parties when I wanted to impress boys, that sort of thing. Of course, most people just took it as a strange, amusing anecdote. So did I, honestly. But then I met Morrell.
Okay.
We were on our first date when I told him my story. You should have seen his face. He said my descriptions matched the Phasmid down to a T. Its white marble limbs, the way it moved.
Let's see. You were on a date?
Our first, yes.
Okay. The old woman sighs tenderly.
The sigh is tender. The sigh is tender, yes, but tempered by something else. A thought she can't express. Interesting.
Let's see. Its limbs are white?
Not all of them, as far as I remember. Some of them, on the inside, like stalks of marble, if that makes sense.
Okay. Well, how big was it?
It's hard to say how big things are when you're quite small yourself. To me, it seemed to be taller than I was then, but that's probably not the case.
Well, maybe you imagined it, Lena.
Of course. I've thought about it. But Morrell says my report matches with the others. And I'm sure I hadn't heard of the Phasmid as a child. Nor had my mother or my grandmother.
Okay.
So how did I know what to imagine? It was only when I started telling my story as a teenager that boys would tell me, Lena.
Okay.
You trying to tell us you saw the Insul Indian Phasmid out there in those reeds? Get out of here. They just give me a cider and ruffle my hair and tell me to stop dreaming. But I saw it.
You saw it, huh? All right. Kim, what do you think of all this? He's going to be like, this is total horse pucky.
I thought it was a wonderful story, ma'am.
Right? Well, thank you for sharing this with me.
You're welcome, sweetie. I do appreciate the chance to relive it whenever I get one. It was just such an impossibly sunshiny day. So warm.
You know, too is it. Let's have more cryptids.
Is there a particular cryptid you two are interested in learning about?
Okay, what's the biggest cryptid?
Hey, you promised you'd only ask about one cryptid.
But Kim, don't you want to hear about another cryptid too?
The lieutenant pauses thoughtfully.
Ah, let's have more cryptids.
Oh my gosh.
Well, the biggest cryptid is, of course, the horrible giant of Kokonur.
Okay.
The giant lives in the most arid parts of the vast Kokonur Desert in South Samara, casting a strange light across the barren wastes.
Okay, wait, what do you mean strange light?
Mirage or psychogenous luminance.
She does not elaborate the nature of this luminance further. Okay, just how big is it?
No one knows for sure. It is like an awful mountain appearing from below the horizon and expanding to cover almost a third of your field of vision.
Okay, well, is it dangerous though?
The towering luminosity of Kokonur is a bad omen in local folklore. Some say it's a fata morgana, others, fate unimaginable.
I see.
Hooey. No animal can be that large. It's a mirage.
Okay.
That's what
Well, we all
makes
know
it
he's
so
a skeptic.
peculiar. A species surviving at the very limits of scientific law. The giant of Kokonur must be the largest animal the planet can support.
All right.
There are limits, you see, to how large a metabolism an ecosystem can beget. Some say a gravity anomaly below the Kokonur Desert might allow the creature to grow to these gargantuan sizes.
Gravity anomaly? Digging it. Digging this parascientific stuff right here.
What about the tiniest cryptid?
Cryobacter catlensis.
What? Cryobacter cattle? What?
Yes, a unicellular bacterium that was discovered in one of the northernmost points of Kutla on the Boreal Plateau. Michanu disappeared shortly after injecting herself with the bacteria she had brought back to study, no doubt in hopes of prolonging her own life. The bacteria had survived in the ice since times immemorial. It is not hard to see where she could have gotten the idea.
It's actually a little hard to see. But do go on.
There is an immortal geologist wandering the world.
Yes, and she's quite mad, too. After she treated herself with the bacteria, she stopped aging, but also became increasingly eccentric and irascible, so that even her oldest friends were forced to pull away.
All right. I see.
We can assume that she has been living somewhere in the wilderness for decades now, all alone except for the Cryobacter catlensis coursing through her bloodstream.
Well, what's the most dangerous cryptid?
The gnome of Jeroma.
The gnome of Jeroma? That doesn't sound too bad.
Oh, it is. None of its victims survived. Grieving relatives never even found their bodies because the gnome's venom dissolved organic tissue.
What did this cryptid look like?
It was reportedly a small creature with webbed fingers and a protruding forehead and a gangly little thing. Quite scary to look at.
I see.
A couple of campers found it when it was already dying. They heard an odd wailing in the woods and followed the sound. They were scared and wrapped it in tarpaulin to suffocate it.
Okay.
It still took the gnome of Jeroma an entire day to die.
If the body of the creature was
Okay, my
found,
goodness.
why aren't there detailed illustrations of it in science textbooks, confirming the existence of these very little species?
Alas, the first scientist who got his hands on the creature's corpse put it in a jar of formaldehyde, thinking that would detoxify the gnome's venom.
Detoxify the venom,
Instead,
huh?
All the venom leaked out of the creature's teeth and into the surrounding liquid, dissolving the creature itself. A poetic end, perhaps, but a real loss for science.
Alas, always alas, and then it was gone. Isn't that overly convenient?
Overly convenient, huh? Well, seems very convenient that it just disappeared and nothing like it was seen again, or no, it's perfectly good explanation. Stop being so skeptical. Yeah, it seems very convenient, I think.
I understand your skepticism, but that's what happens with things that are rare and stand out. Their disappearance is most memorable, and they are least likely to be found again.
Uh-huh. Okay, well, I don't know if that gave us enough cryptids to talk about,
Of
but
course, dear.
okay. Well, I think that's all for now. All right, let's take a look, I think, at our log. So we do need to go inspect the traps. So run the number on the victim's armor. We have to check back later in the day. What time is it right now? It's still very early in the day. So I think we need to, I think we need to go inspect the traps right now, because I'm looking at the other tasks we have, and a lot of them are not ones we can necessarily do easily. So, okay. Let's see. Check the trap in Land's End, far northeast of the Feld building. Okay, where's the Feld building? We should look on the map. Is that one of the ones that was over here by the church? It probably was. That's my guess. So I think we'll head over that way and we'll see if we can find these traps, because I'm actually curious if we'll discover anything. Like, wouldn't that be interesting if we could find a cryptid? All right, so we'll see what we've got here. Okay, it is snowing. That's amazing. I wonder if there's any... Are there any traps near where we're at? Check the trap Morrell just set up in the cryptozoologist camp. Check the trap near the boathouses west of the Feld building. Check the trap near the canal you crossed southeast of the village. Okay, so there should be one near where we're at. Somewhere. Oh, it's this one. I'm glad we checked now instead of running all the way back.
There's a trap in the reeds at your feet. Looks like the same one you saw Morrell set before. Same mesh, same wiring.
Okay, well, let's look around first.
The reeds bend forlornly toward the sand. Some tufts have been crushed. Snow covers the broken stalks like a shroud. In the east, the city center hums to you.
Okay.
The constant, distant song, louder on this part of the coast, nearer somehow. And there's that cold again. Always the cold.
Always the cold. If we reach for a trap, are we gonna get a cryptid? I'm curious.
Locusts are crawling around in the trap.
That's not cryptid.
But uneaten. You see no carnivorous reed phasmid gorging on them.
Yeah, no carnivorous reed phasmid. All
Big
right.
surprise.
Right?
Anyway, 1 down, 3 to go.
Let's see. I was hoping it would be in the first one. No need to grin. I'm not expecting to find anything. I'm helping some citizens and getting some fresh air. It'll be in the next one, surely. Say nothing. Just put the trap down. I mean, I would say we don't need to defend ourselves. We just put it down and we move on, right?
You set the apparatus back on the ground among the reeds.
All right. So now we can go onward and check the next trap. So they said there was one west of the Feld building. I think that's going to be the building where we found the dad and his son doing like a civics lesson. Oh, we should be able to go down here. Bet we could find the trap. It was west of here, right? So let's see. Oh, right there, I bet. And yeah, it should be this one, I think.
This is the trap Morrell just set.
Oh,
Checking
whoops.
it over, he said, is just a technicality.
All right. Well, let's reach for it.
This trap is also full of panicked locusts.
Of course.
No sign of any cryptozoological beast inside.
All right, Kim. Have at.
Another empty trap.
All right. Let's keep going. The next one is the lucky one. How are you enjoying the cardio, Lieutenant? I'm quite enjoying it myself.
Always up for a good jog. Otherwise, would I still be on this case with you?
He smiles and raises his collar. It's windy. Let's look around.
The reeds by the abandoned campsite sway and tremble while the snow falls all around.
All right.
It's good the cryptozoologists left. This isn't a very cozy place to stay night after night.
I guess it'd be cold, right?
The later it gets, the colder.
Right,
Remnants of the camp
right.
can still be seen in the sand. The fire that's gone out. You feel strange, somehow.
All right. So we should have one, I think we'd have one south of us, right? Near the boathouses west of the Feld building. And then I feel like, I don't know. We're west of it. Maybe we need to go more west, right? Like more in this direction. It said near the boathouses. So maybe we haven't quite gotten that far. We got to get our daily cardio in. Okay, we can't go any farther west that way. So maybe it's like south and then west. Yeah, like these. Aren't these like boathouses? Oh, there we go. All right.
This trap's not too hard to spot, once you know what to look for. Keeping it hidden has not been a priority for the cryptozoologist.
Right, okay. Let's look around first this time.
Behind you, the ruins of a residential building loom over the reeds. They whisper amongst themselves. Confidentially, snowflakes cling to their shivering stems.
All right.
When this district was booming, the reeds were kept at bay. Nothing obscured the freshly painted facades. Nowhere for drunks and adventurous teenagers to hide. Now only the wind blows.
Uh-huh. Well, what's in the trap? It's gonna be not a cryptid, right?
Nothing but locusts in this trap as well. Definitely no cryptozoological monstrosity.
Oh no, there's no cryptid.
Empty as all of them. One more of these and we're done.
His face is red from the cold sea air. He crouches to catch his breath. Let's see. I must stress I did not expect a cryptozoological monstrosity to be in this trap. Bummer. It wasn't in here. I don't know. We'll just say nothing this
The
time.
lieutenant stretches his back.
All right. We got one more, which should be north of us, I believe. Northeast. Okay, so we need to go northeast. I'm going to go around this way just to see if there was anything we needed to look at over here. I think we checked it all out, and I just wanted to make sure. Okay. I don't think there's anything we can look at on this side anyways. And there's a fence here. Maybe you can go down in this direction. Let's see. Have we been over this way? Okay, we cannot go any further. So this may be as far south as you can go. All right, so we go north now, and we're gonna have to work our way over to the east as well. I think we'll go north of the building first. We're getting our morning constitutional in. Oh, I can't go anymore that way. We'll have to go this way first. Invisible walls all over the place. Okay. Oh, yeah. We don't want to go up that way. Not up the ramp. We want to go farther north than the Feld building. And to the east. I don't know. It said far north. So I imagine it's going to be like up this way, right? Somewhere out in this area, potentially. Was there something we could do with this door? I know I'm getting distracted, but...
An old door, worn by elements, guards the depot. The wind has blown a sand dune in front of it. The door hasn't been opened in a long while.
Impossible, huh?
Handle.
Do we have... I wonder... Alright, let me see. Do we have any interfacing clothes? Let's see. We do. I don't know if I can get high enough, though. But let's just see if we can interfacing. Any more things that will increase interfacing? I could always potentially put a skill point in it as well. I just don't know if it's worth it. Interfacing. That might be the only piece we have. And I'm suspecting that alone isn't enough.
Worn by elements.
Yeah, it's still very low. Alright, let's put our old gloves back on. And let's continue. Let's not get distracted. We'll have to increase interfacing at some other time, I imagine. I wonder what's in there. Oh, wait. Is that it? I bet this is it. And it's going to be...
It takes you a moment.
Not a cryptid.
Finally, you spot the last of Morrell's traps. This one's partially obscured by the reeds.
Like they tried to hide it?
The trap feels light and silent as you pick it up. Something is different here.
Mm-hmm. A look closer?
No locus.
Oh. Well, that's interesting.
No Phasmid either, but still.
Look, I'm not going to immediately yell it's empty. Let's look closer.
Well, the bait worked on something.
Right?
This doesn't mean it was a reed monster, though. Unless you see one in there. I just see an empty trap.
Right, but wasn't this supposed to be an invisible Phasmid?
The netting is a little untidy, messier than the others. Like someone or something picked up the trap and shook it before dropping it back down on the ground.
I do get the feeling that someone or something may have messed with the trap, but what if it was the Phasmid? What if it ate them and got out? Yeah, it probably wasn't the Phasmid, but still, Morrell needs to know. You're right, but I still need to tell the cryptozoologist about this. You're right. The crypto research has been stupid. I do get the feeling that someone or something may have messed with the trap. We'll just say that one.
Perhaps our cryptozoologists have competition in the form of an actual entomologist.
Maybe.
Or someone else is sabotaging them. I could present more theories, but then I would be taking this on as a case, which I'm not.
You're right, but we still need to tell them about it.
Okay, but after that we get back to our own assignments. There really is no explanation for this detour at this point of the investigation.
Alright. So we head out. Alright, so we did it then, right? We just got to report back. Alright, so ooh, what's up here? What's this? Cigarette butts cleaned away under a rock, brand Tio Mortiri. Someone made a campfire here a long time ago. Oh, we haven't been here. This is a new area. What's this? A rusted, broken control box for the radio relay tower. This ladder's too rusty to climb. The sea air has eaten away at it. Huh. What's this over here? I hear a boat. A scented scarf. +1 shivers. Okay, sure. Tiny inlets there, off in the far distance where the posts trail outward. Okay. Huh. I wonder what this area is for. Like, I don't know. I assume you can't cross the rocks or anything silly like that. Take a mental note. Tio Mortiri seems important somehow. Okay. So we're making a mental note. That brand of cigarettes may be important. I wonder if it's related to our case in any way. I don't know. Maybe someone was hanging out there. I said a long time ago, so I'm not sure if that relates to the immediate time period that we're looking at, or if this is really, really long ago. What's here?
You see that seagull up there? Remind you of anybody?
A seagull? I'm not gonna have a seagull conversation. No one comes to mind.
You and the seagull are just alike.
Why am I like a seagull?
Think about the seagull's story. It's one of endurance and adaptation. The seaside was paradise once. They were birds of that paradise.
Ah, okay.
Then their paradise became a city. And what did they do? They became urban survivors, eating burgers out of trash cans, killing and eating pigeons.
Of course, of course, of course.
No time for that sentimental book.
Right.
They're hustlers, get it done. They're one pair of track pants away from gangsters, just like you.
Just like me. Hold on. Have I ever eaten a burger out of a trash can? I feel like if we say that, he's gonna say, why, yes, and we'll have to do a morale check. Whatever it takes to survive, I am the seagull. I guess I'm a little bit like the seagull, but I'm not like that. I'm still romantic. Maybe we're a little bit like the seagull.
Exactly. The seagull does what it takes, and so do you. You've got that same spirit in you. When the time comes, you push yourself.
Mm-hmm. I think it didn't matter what option we picked. We were going to take some kind of damage. That one was just a trap right there. All right. That looks like a birdhouse. I don't think it is, but it kind of looks like one. There has to be a passageway back over to the east somewhere. It must be farther south, though. You know, there was some more people here when we first came to this area. I wonder if we can talk to them again, or if we missed anyone. Maybe we missed some people. What was in here? Was there something in there? I don't remember if we checked this. Oh, we must have, because there's nothing here. All right. Was there anything else over here? Did we talk to this guy? Let's go see. I mean, I know we talked to some of the people. I guess we gotta walk the long way. We can't just go over there and say, hey, you. Come here. But, yeah. Okay. That's just life friend. Okay. Oh, these guys. Yeah. We did talk to them, right? And he was just unconscious the whole time. Oh, yeah. He's just drunk. Yeah, he's obsessed. I think this guy was the most reasonable, right?
Hey, Tequila. Welcome to reality. How's it treating you?
30-something lycra-clad man takes a sip from his beer. Wait, tequila?
Yeah, Tequila Sunset. How are the, high-concept, reality-based adventures proceeding?
I don't know.
He says it like it's obviously your name. Like you call someone Billy Brunel or leader of the 4th Street gang.
Let's see, not too hot. I'm on a 50-year losing streak. Really, it makes me aggressively sad. Don't know. People tell me I'm a cop. I'm getting used to that. I have re-entered reality to conquer it, to bend it to my will. I am the law. We'll go with that one, because we are. That's basically what we're doing.
That's the spirit. I used to shape reality into my image a long time ago. Those days are over now.
Okay. He looks at his stained lycra jacket with a grim expression.
Sadly, things aren't going that well in Idiot Doom's Spiral Land.
Indeed.
Haven't found those keys yet. Haven't won that great piece of back. No word from my business buddies.
Okay. He takes a sip from his
Idiot
beer.
doom spiral, huh? This is bound to be a good, high-concept conversation. At
Indeed.
last.
Let's see. What do you guys do around here?
We are saving the world.
Saving the world. Yeah, they really look like it.
Please don't go. Don't go.
Don't call me Abigail.
Okay, we're drinking. We're drinking alcohol. That's what we're doing. I tried to save the world once, a long time ago, with enterprise, creativity, and willpower. But that didn't work out.
Indeed.
So now it's a pirate's life for me.
Pirate's life for me. All right, what is Tequila Sunset? You keep saying it. Isn't that just a drink?
It's you.
Oh.
You're Tequila Sunset.
How do you know this?
We've met before. Don't you remember?
Other than when I came by and talked to you before, no.
No, you sure don't.
I'm just gonna say that.
Aha. Do you want to know how Tequila Sunset came to be?
Sure, why not? Go ahead.
Mm-hmm. Let me take a sip to moisten up my cords. Tequila Sunset rolled into Martinez last Friday. And by Tequila Sunset, I mean you. The man, the myth.
The man, the myth. Wait, did we meet on Friday? Was I alone?
Hey, let's not jump ahead of ourselves. This is your story. Stop interrupting.
He takes another sip and then continues.
You got here on Friday to solve a case, hoping to be the early bird who gets the worm. And by the worm, I mean the buzz. Because as far as I know, all you did was get pissed drunk.
Yeah, that's probably true.
Word on the street is you went around the local hostel telling people that you're a police officer, and that it would be really up if you shot yourself in the head right in front of them. That's
wow.
pretty high concept, if you ask me.
That's pretty insane, if you ask me.
It is.
Okay.
Does that sound like something you do? Yeah, probably.
Well, it's something that we would have done before I started taking control of you, for sure.
The lieutenant's brow is furrowed. He's listening as casually as he can.
Well, what happened then?
It was a late Saturday night when we, the Union of Moribund Alcoholics, were getting our drink on. Nothing remarkable about this. We get our drink on 24/7. Makes everything warm and glowy. I trust you know the feeling.
Okay.
One moment we hear the sound of a motor carriage revving up somewhere on the plaza, followed by a series of dings and bangs.
Indeed.
Do you remember the sound of wood cracking? The billboard?
Yeah, when we kind of dive bombed off of the antique or the thrift, whatever it's called, the pawn shop. That's the word I'm looking for. The pawn shop, and then like skidded across the lake and crashed the water break. Yeah. I remember all that.
Naturally, loud noises pique the interest of anybody owning a pair of ears. That's just the reality we're in.
Naturally, of course.
Anyway, there was a brief silence, a gasp of silence, if you will, followed by a real commotion. We heard the carriage careening towards the coast at top speed.
I imagine so.
Sounded like someone jumped the canal. We
Yes.
grabbed our brewskis and rushed to the jetty. Never underestimate the speed of an alcoholic.
3 men are standing on a wooden platform extending out from the shore of a dilapidated fishing village, their cheeks red, spirits high, beers in hand, eyes glazed over.
I see.
What we saw was a sight to behold. A beat-up police carriage containing you. Right there on the beach. You revved the engine and screamed at the top of your lungs.
Oh boy.
The time hath come! So, naturally, being the curious cat I am, I asked what time hath come. To which you replied,
Tequila Sunset?
The time hath come for Tequila Sunset, the end of all things.
Let's say nothing. It's more dignified that way.
After which, your reality contracted. You jammed the pedal, plowed right off the jetty, and through the ice.
Where we found our poor, deserted car.
We ran towards the ice whilst you crawled your way out, miraculously unhurt, covered in seaweed, like some kind of sea monster.
Okay.
When we finally got there, you were sitting on the beach crying. You said that your badge and uniform were in the car. It was too late to get in there, though. The carriage had sunk too deep.
Uh-huh.
Recognizing a brother in need, we offered our condolences and invited you to party with us, which you naturally agreed to.
Of course, of course.
What else was there to do? Thank you, brothers, for your helping hand.
We asked about the whole Tequila Sunset thing, and you told us it was your name now and insisted that we all call you that from then on.
Okay. Wait, so Tequila Sunset is an event or a name? Tequila Sunset, huh? Sounds pretty good. That's not my name. I'm Raphael Ambrosius Cousteau. That's what you should call me. My real name is Harry. Let's just go with that. We're back in reality now.
No, that's just what your mother called you. Your real name is Tequila Sunset. Just embrace it, brother.
How long did we party for?
Hours.
Oh
It
my
was
goodness.
An all-night drinkathon.
Oh man.
Then, at some point, I think it was Sunday morning, you got belligerent and wanted to talk about Revacholian women.
Uh-oh. Yep.
How they're beautiful and also whores and so on. How
Right.
one of them f***ed you real bad.
Oh
After
man.
a short while, you crossed the event horizon, looked sullen, got up, and left without saying anything.
Wow, that's quite a story.
Right? We're learning
Yeah,
so much about
I bet
ourselves.
Tequila's a legend around the precinct. You must be proud to work with him.
I feel like this puts Kim in an awkward spot.
If you only knew.
Did I tell you anything specific about the person? Did I mention losing anything else? Did I say anything? Okay. Did I say anything specific about that woman?
You were pretty vague about it, but you kept saying you got real hard, and that we've all been too.
I wonder what happened. I'm really curious.
No one's me. I do the around here.
My goodness.
Abigail.
Of course.
It seemed pretty painful, to be honest with you.
Yeah, that's the
If I
impression
had to
I'm getting.
guess, I'd say you're still working through some.
Yeah, I feel like that's probably true. Did I mention losing anything else?
Beside your gun and your badge, you said something about your hope or heart or something. To be honest, the details are a little hazy.
Gee, I wonder why.
In retrospect, I guess you lost your motor carriage too?
Yeah.
That's a big one.
Yeah. I would say so. Did I say anything about my colleagues? Like maybe we could get some hints to the people who are at the Whirling in Rags?
You told us that they were a bunch of losers whose main interest was cramping your style.
Now I regret asking the question. I'm so sorry, Kim.
No specifics, though. It was more about you that night. You were the star of the show.
Indeed. Did I say anything about the case?
Yeah, you said it was no biggie and that you'd solve it in no time.
Right?
And that you didn't need anyone to do it. You're doing it solo now.
Okay.
A lot of cops go solo and hermit once they reach that level of alcoholism.
Indeed. Right. Okay. Did we talk about politics?
Yeah, you said that you'd really behaved unreasonably and failed to uphold your responsibilities as a representative of the coalition.
Representative of the coalition? Did you get a read on what kind of cop I was?
You kept apologizing for being such a bad cop and for the damage you've inflicted on everyone around you.
I wonder if that relates back to the woman.
You also kept pausing to knock the heel of your hand against your temples, saying, "Stupid, stupid, stupid."
Yeah, I feel like there's definitely more to hear there. I don't need to hear any more.
It's a hard thing for a man to confront his past. That's why I avoid mine at all costs.
Let's see. You seem like you're characterized by your storytelling ability. Want to tell me another one sometime?
Whoop-de-doo. So now I'm a storyteller.
Apparently.
Right. Why not? Better than a beach bum.
Okay. Let's see. You want to tell me how you became Idiot Doom Spiral?
It depends, really. Are you willing to help me out?
Maybe?
The gleam in his eyes and the slouch in his posture is so incredibly familiar.
Why is it familiar, I wonder?
You might get scammed here.
Uh-oh. I have a feeling this is going to cost me a lot. You want booze, don't you?
I don't want it, man. I need it. Can't tell stories without it. Dry stories are boring, you see?
I mean, we have a bottle on us, don't we?
So, have you got anything for good old Idiot Doom Spiral? A bottle for a story. Seems fair to me.
Let's see, I've got a potent Pilsner.
Not much, but it will do.
Okay, he grabs the bottle from your hand and uncorks it immediately.
Hey, Spiral Boy, you gonna share that?
One of the other bums interjects.
Don't call Abigail.
Okay, we won't call her. My goodness.
Shut up, guys. I'm telling a story here. Something happened to you. Something happened to me, too. My actual name is George, but around here, you already know.
Okay.
I was once a reasonably high net worth individual, a founder slash junior partner at a high concept creative services agency. When my story begins, I had just landed a major contract with an insurance firm.
So basically, he worked in advertising?
I used the profits from my agency to finance what I called a cultural incubator. Abstract value generation, value per person, high concept stuff.
Okay.
I developed the paradigm, worked within the paradigm, but the burden of leadership weighed heavily on me. So I went jogging every so often to keep myself sane.
Did the jogging help?
It did. With my trusty Sansarique tracksuit, I felt like I could conquer the world.
I feel like there's a butt coming on.
But now
There you
dreams are
go.
worn thin, much like my tracksuit.
He says thoughtfully, brushing dust off his stained pants. What happened?
One day I left on my evening run. As you may know, it's impossible to clear your head when you're distracted by the sound of keys jangling in your pockets.
He shakes the bottle and makes a ringing sound.
His eyes are clouded, his dilated blood vessels encircling his irises like stinging brambles.
Okay.
His eyes are your eyes.
Lies.
So I removed the key ring and put the keys for the front gate and the apartment into different pockets to stop the jangling, you see? At least, that was the plan.
Okay, but then what happened?
I was halfway done with my usual lap when it started to rain. The reality situation became very wet, very quickly.
Okay, what are we talking about here?
Wet, okay? It was raining really hard.
There's a trace of derision in his
I
voice.
made my way back home and discovered that I didn't have the key to the front gate. I'd mixed it up with the key to the letterbox, which was useless.
Okay.
Naturally, the situation required me to climb over the gate, which I did. There was no climbing down because I slipped and landed on my...
That sounds like it hurt. Let's just say nothing.
Reality was looking rather grim just then. Me lying on my mud pit in the middle of a heavy shower. But when life knocked me down, I always got up.
Did you rip your pants?
So I made my way across the yard. Standing in front of my apartment door, fumbling with my pockets, I realized that I'd also forgotten my apartment key.
Uh-oh, what happened next?
I rang my neighbor's buzzers. It was late, and most of them didn't even answer. Those who did assumed I was trying to sell them something and hung up before I could even explain the situation.
Okay.
People are naturally wary of ad men, you see. One moment someone chats you up, 5 minutes later you've bought a box of edible lingerie and a strap-on.
What?
I don't begrudge them, especially since I was known to be one of the best.
He pauses meaningfully.
Just then, I experienced a moment of clarity. I still had the key to my office. I could wait out the storm there.
Okay, so you
But
did?
when I reached my office, I remembered that I'd asked one of my producers to change the locks that day. And since I hired only the best, he'd already done it, and I couldn't get in.
Uh-oh.
Anyway, long story short, life spiraled out of control. I haven't gotten into my apartment for years, and my girlfriend left me because she didn't want to date a homeless man. The company, well, you see where I'm going with this.
All because, like, you couldn't, like, call a locksmith to get into your apartment?
So, now you've heard my tragic tale. What do you think? Like nothing you've ever heard, huh?
He takes a long swig of his drink. Wait, is that it? I feel like there's some steps missing. I'm almost homeless myself doesn't seem so bad. Look on the bright side, you've got one heck of a story. You do realize all of this is your own fault. There's this black point in the world, a hole. It's already claimed an entire commercial area. Maybe you're another one of its victims. I literally can't believe it. Well, look on the bright side. You've got a story.
Yeah. Maybe I've exaggerated certain parts over the years. When you tell a story too often, it begins to take on a life of its own.
I bet. I imagine so. The alcohol probably doesn't help with that.
But what matters is that it's true to my subjective experience.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, that was all the story one bottle gets you. Almost empty, this one.
Indeed.
Truly, he has the soul of an artist.
Okay. Why do you keep losing all of your stuff?
Good question, Tequila. If I knew the answer, you think I'd be hanging out on a beach in this formerly premium but now extremely dirty two-piece lycra tracksuit? I used to
Okay.
own my reality situation. My business buddies and I had our own creative services agency. I had a nice apartment, an even nicer piece of it. But somehow it all got away from me.
Mm-hmm.
Now I can't hang on to anything. Just last week I stole this nice new jacket, but then I lost it too. The only things I haven't lost are these two drunks.
Okay. What was the name of your agency?
My agency, man. The Boom Boom Room.
What?
Our concept was combining high art with the lowest forms of marketing. The color red, breasts, and oil painting.
Oh my goodness.
I convinced my partners to reinvest some of our profits in an even more high-concept cultural incubator called Thin Air. The artists were happy, the clients were happy. I was
But
financing a group of poets in East Revachol who were developing a new universal poetic language. But then it all went to
he looks toward the bay,
If it sounds like it makes no sense, that's because it doesn't.
right? Let's see. Mixing oil painting to make ads isn't high art. It's just cynical winkery. That's so high concept. I have no idea what it means. Man, mixing high and low. That's extremely my stuff. Okay, never mind that I asked. Right? This all. We're just gonna say never mind because I'm regretting this conversation.
Aspen is how you get ahead.
Okay. What's this about a lost jacket?
Tequila, it's a verifiable tragedy. It was practically brand new. Sure, it didn't really go with my lycra threads, but it did itch a lot less. Say,
Okay.
you're a detective, right? Maybe you can help old Doom Spiral out. Solve the case of the missing jacket. What do you say, Tequila?
We could say I already found a filthy jacket near the boardwalk. Sure, let's see.
Holy Tequila, how did you... Never mind, I don't care. Just let me see the jacket.
Give it to him.
Let me see. What? This isn't my jacket. My jacket was beautiful. This is filthy. What am I supposed to do with this?
What do you expect? You left it outside for a week? I'm sorry, I found it like this. And we gotta heal our morale.
I'm not taking a disgusting pile of hobo rags. I may be in an irrecoverably decaying orbit, but I've still got standards.
But do you?
Either bring it back the way it was before, or find a dumpster to burn it in.
Maybe that'll be an objective. We have to clean it.
You know, despite the guano, it looks like the jacket itself is stain resistant. It may just need a good scrubbing.
That's true. So we'll have to figure out where we can wash it. I want to hear the story of your name again. Have you got any more stories?
I do. But as you can see, my fuel tank is running quite low. If you catch my drift.
Well, I've got some Commodore Red.
Classy.
He snatches the bottle and pushes the cork in through the bottleneck.
The tale I'm about to tell you is an urban legend particular to Martinez. That said, I first heard it from a former bicycle courier in Koran.
Koran, huh?
There are many variations on the basic story, and the details often conflict. What everyone agrees on is that nobody knows the exact nature or identity of the phenomenon.
What is the phenomenon?
Are you telling the story of the headless?
Shut the f*** up, Rosemary.
The headless?
Summer of 44. 17-year-old Gertrude Het is walking home from a late shift at the harbor. It's almost midnight. She stops for a cigarette near the canal.
The streets are warmed by a southerly breeze. The lights of a passing motor carriage bloom and fade in the distance.
Right?
In the harbor's dark, her cigarette is a beacon, dancing alone. The image comes to you effortlessly, as though you'd walked the same streets yourself 1,000 times.
Why do I feel like this suddenly shifted to our story of the lady that we have issues with?
Our heroine finds herself enjoying the peace and quiet the canal provides.
He looks up to the skies as if searching for peace himself.
What she doesn't know is that her peace is about to be shattered. From behind her comes the clattering of hooves. Startled, she turns around, and what does she see?
The Giant of Coconur. Wasn't that one of the cryptids? It's just saying the Giant of Coconur.
What? No, I told you this is a Martinez legend. It's a man.
Okay, I just had to.
The pause is long and dramatic.
When the drunk thinks you're crazy, you know your job is weird with the cryptozoologist.
With no head on his shoulders. Wearing a found tracksuit, searching for the legendary found cap that went missing when he lost his head.
Whoa.
Woe is right, my friend. Gertrude Het may have been the first to witness the headless found rider, but she wasn't the last. Oh no.
It's a Halloween story, guys.
Tell him about the two feminists by the locks.
The two feminists by the locks?
Rosemary, they were dating. No one said they were feminists. Everyone always misremembering this stuff.
Okay.
This wouldn't be the De Ponte Delgado case, would it?
What? You know it.
I guess.
I've read the case file. But please, go on.
Kim is interested.
Right. Early autumn of 46. Ula DuPont and Eva Delgado are fishing near the waterlock long after the sun has set. The wind picks up. A sky already dark now blackens. Water starts falling from above. The first cold rain of the season.
Two women stand on a small outcropping of rocks. One of them is wearing a purple raincoat. Thin lines reach out from the rods into the sea. Small droplets start appearing on the surface with increasing frequency.
So what, they're fishing in the
The
rain?
women are caught in the downpour. They act quickly. Eva gathers the rods whilst Ula turns around to reach for the tackle box. When she sees something,
The
her
headless
shriek is so
foam
violent
rider?
that the residents of the nearby apartment building believe lightning has struck. But there
Alright.
is no lightning. Only a heavy downpour and the silhouette of the headless faun rider looming on the horizon.
Dun dun dun.
Ula makes a run for the shore, but Eva slips on a wet rock and disappears into the cold, cold canal with nary a sound.
You don't
Her
say.
body is never recovered.
He looks you straight in the eye. Let's see. So let's ask Kim. What did the case file say?
Naturally, Ula de Ponte became the prime suspect in the disappearance of Eva Delgado. De Ponte maintained that it was the so-called headless fallen rider and that she ran, fearing for her life.
He adjusts his glasses.
During the investigation, it became apparent that there was a love triangle, the third party being some small-time businessman. I don't remember the exact details. The leading theory was that an argument broke out on the jetty and De Ponte pushed Delgado into the canal, then cooked up this stupid cover story.
Was she arrested?
No. She committed suicide before she could be taken into custody. They found her in the bathroom with a rifle, her face slowly peeling off the ceiling.
Ew.
Not a pretty scene.
No, I don't imagine so.
Man, that's some grisly detail. Oh well. Here's to another case closed.
He takes a hearty swig from his bottle.
Anyway, that's the story of the headless fallen rider. Pretty crazy, huh?
Okay, yeah, I guess so. I've already seen some weird stuff on this case. A headless jockey in a tracksuit fits right in. Yeah, we have seen some pretty crazy stuff. Who was the headless rider before he died?
Well, Tequila, that's part of the legend. No one knows for sure. There are a couple of possibilities, though.
Oh?
Some say he was an undercover cop who blew his cover and got beheaded by the vicious gang he had infiltrated. Now he rides, searching for his lost-found cap, plotting revenge.
Oh boy.
Others claim he was a professional jockey who veered off course during a steeplechase, ended up in somebody's backyard, and got decapitated by an exceptionally taut clothesline.
You don't say.
Personally, I think he was just some guy who hanged himself from a really tall tree, and the fall was so violent that his head came clean off.
My goodness.
Coincidentally, at that exact moment, a horse happened to pass under him, and his beheaded corpse mounted it, where it remains to this day. But then, no one really knows.
I feel like, I forget what it's called, but the whole theory about the simplest explanation is usually the correct one. I feel like your explanation is definitely not the simplest explanation.
For some reason, this does strike you as the most plausible theory.
Why? Let's see. I've got to agree, your theory sounds the most plausible. I bet it was the jockey. He seems super committed to his sport. I've got a hunch it was the undercover cop I'd want revenge to. None of those really sound plausible, to be honest. Maybe we just agree with him for giggles, right?
Isn't it? All the pieces fit together perfectly. That's how I know it's right.
Right?
Anyway, to each his own. You want to hear any other stories?
I've already seen some weird stuff on this case.
Hard to argue with that, I suppose.
I mean, yeah.
That's the reality situation for you. You think you got a handle on it, then blam! It throws some wild at you.
Oh boy.
That's why it's critical to stay well hydrated.
I don't think you're quite succeeding at that, sir. That's nothing. I've got an even crazier story.
Yeah? Why don't you go eat Tequila? There's no way you know a better one than that.
The gnome of Jeroma dissolves its victims with acid.
Acid gnomes? Sounds like a stupid, low-concept band name.
Okay, whatever became of the Headless Fallen Rider.
No one knows. Some say he stalks Martinez to this day, and can be seen near the canal when the clock strikes midnight.
He makes a spooky gesture with his free hand.
He won't, though, because it's just a stupid legend.
Mm-hmm.
Aye, I saw him one night when I was right faced.
Yeah, I think that last part explains why. Let's see. Have you got any more urban myths? We don't have any more alcohol.
I have one. The strangest of them all. But I'll need to fortify myself before I can tell that one.
Hmm.
Do you have anything to fortify old Doom Spiral? Tell me you got some story juice.
Let's see. I don't have any on me right now.
If you find any, I'd be extremely grateful.
All right. Well, be seeing ya.
You too, Tequila Sunset.
And did you have anything to add to this
The
conversation?
legend returns. You know the dance. Smokable smokes, pissable pilsner. Drink it, then convert it to piss. And there's spirits and speed too.
Okay, let's just say no. Okay, so that was definitely something. I'm not quite sure what to call it other than that was something. All right, let's head back into the Whirling in Rags. Hopefully Morrell is here. If not, we might have to wait to give him a status update until later. But let's see. Oh, he's here. Okay. That's Greg with all his secrets.
It's great to see you again, officer. My wife can't wait to thank you. Go on, talk to her.
Mm-hmm. We'll talk to her.
Oh, sweetie, I don't even know how to thank you for finding my husband and helping him out. I hope we haven't been too much trouble for you.
I'm just doing my job, ma'am. We're being a good citizen.
Here, I want to give you a small token of my gratitude. It's a tie,
Mm-hmm.
Mexican origin. The pin is an antique, quite special.
Oh, well, that was
The little
nice.
silvery knob holding the tie together feels warm in your hand. It's in the shape of an avian skull with 8 eyes.
Uh-huh.
You could ask her about this when you get the time. It's probably a cryptid, but the Phasmid, of course, is more important.
All right. Well, that's all for now. Now let's see if we can talk to Morrell.
Ha ha! Nothing like the gratitude of a good woman. Now then, what can I do for you?
He gives you a gruff pat on the shoulder.
He tries to play it cool, remain professorial, but inside, this man is itching for some news on those traps.
So I did check all the traps.
Good. Okay. And?
Well, and one of them was empty.
Completely empty?
The cryptozoologist's eyes grow wide. Yep, there was nothing in that trap. No locusts, no phasmid.
No locusts? No Phasmid either?
Yep.
That's not ideal, but
He rubs his chin.
It just means the Insulindian Phasmid is even more clever than we thought.
Of course, that's exactly what it means.
She's engaging in a well-known self-deception called motivated reasoning. You should correct them.
Oh, but should we?
Of course, more clever.
yes, the Phantasmadeia picked off the locust and escaped. This is good news, though we'll have to reconsider the design of the traps, make them more secure.
Mm-hmm.
Another trip to the reeds.
That's exactly what this is. What a deft hunter, this Phasmid. It's not very scientific to reason backwards from a conclusion you want to be true. I mean, that's true. You can't just say, well, this must be true because this is our evidence. You have to, like, follow the trail correctly.
I appreciate your concern, officer, but please leave this to the experts. Unless you have an alternative hypothesis you'd like to venture.
Do we?
Actually, no. Excuse me for getting emotional. This is a big deal for us. You've helped us twice now, and brought some great news too. My gratitude, and the gratitude of the Société Cryptozoologique de Revachol, is yours.
Well, I appreciate that.
Heartfelt gratitude. But does it feel like closure? What really happened?
I don't know.
Some kind of foul play might be afoot. Theft?
Maybe.
Thank you, it's an honor. We should probably return to our main investigation here. This has been refreshing, but...
Right. We actually need to do our job.
Have you no intellectual curiosity?
All right. We could develop an alternative theory about the missing locusts. Oh, but we insulted Morrell. Let's try it anyways.
You have your suspicions, but nothing you can form into a viable explanation.
Okay, I've been thinking, I'm just not sure it was the Phasmid that took the locust.
Really, officer? We can take it from here.
Okay.
Yes, sweetie, we've already taken too much of your time.
All right, I'll get going. I do want to see if we can put on our interfacing gloves, though. I don't think... What about the ties? The tie... No, the tie is not... It's not interfacing. Let's see, can we redo it?
Lena and I were just
No, we need to actually... We need to actually put a skill point in interfacing. So let's do that. Interfacing, where is that? Right here. All right, level up 1 point. And now let's see what we can do.
Lena and I were just discussing the design of the new trap.
92%.
Consider the way
There we
the
go.
empty trap was disturbed, as though shaken. Most likely the hands of a young person. Hands small enough to fit inside the trap, too.
Yeah.
You should ask the red-headed boy, Kuno.
I think a little hooligan called Kuno may have stolen the locust.
A little hooligan? But what would a child want with bags?
Have you met Kuno? I mean...
Oh, my dear Morrell. You've been an old man for too long. Kids love to torment insects almost as much as they love to torment old folks.
I'll talk to the little gremlin and see if anything comes up.
Delinquents. My favorite.
It doesn't sound like it's really his favorite.
Oh, you've been such a dear to us. Please, let us know whatever you turn up. I have a feeling we're getting so close.
Oh, boy.
Well, I see you've got all the help you need. I'll see you tonight at my place. Let's play suzerainty, but no more field trips for me.
After this is your last chance to talk to Gary.
Really, Gary? We're getting somewhere here. I'd love to play suzerainty, but...
Lena, I'm sorry, but you're not getting anywhere. It was some kids. I know the little mutants around here. Leave anything out in the open and they'll steal it, even if it's bugs.
He looks at his tea.
Morrell, it's been fun, really, but I need a bath and I have deliveries to handle. When this tea is done, I gotta run.
Oh, man.
No need to apologize, Gary. You've been more than helpful. We'll have to take a rain check on that game of suzerainty today, though.
They've all pronounced
We can
that
follow
game
this
3
through.
different ways.
He keeps the language unemotional, but it's in there. Disappointment.
Well, I'll get going. Well, that was a rather enlightening conversation. I'm not sure if we got much out of it, but it was definitely special. But hey, at least we managed to help Morrell. And next time, we're going to have a little chat with our friend Kuno. So if you like this kind of content, please make sure to like, subscribe, follow, share, all that good stuff. If you want to watch live, we're on Twitch, YouTube, and Rumble, and the links are in the description. If you want to see which games we're playing each day, I post them on x.com/Liara27. And I hope you join me in the next one. Until then, guys, bye.